be talking about using arpeggios to play over the 1/7 and the 4/7 chord. And we're doing this in the key of A, so we've got A7 and D7. We're going to use these arpeggios and build it into the swing scale. Let's get going. All right, so last week we spent some time vamping on the A7 and D7 chord, like that. And then we built it into using a bass line, like that. Right? And then we talked about soloing over top of this using our swing scale. So what I want to kind of drive home here is that if you know your A7 arpeggio and your D7 arpeggio, the two of them together kind of build our swing scale with the addition of these two green notes that we'll talk about those in a moment. But let's get to this A7, A dominant 7 arpeggio. So we're going to do this on the 5th fret, all right? And it's going to go 5th fret, 6th string. That's our root, our A. Then we're going to C sharp on the 4th fret of the 5th string. Then we're using our pinky to get up to the 7th fret on our E. So that's our root, 3rd, 5th. Now we get our 7th, which is going to be a G, the dominant 7. That's going to be on the 4th string, 5th fret. And then we come back to our root. Our root is going to be on the 7th fret of the 4th string. That's our A. Then we're going to the 6th fret of the 3rd string. That's our C sharp. E on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. G on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. And then A on the 5th fret, 1st string. So we have A, C sharp, E, G, A, C sharp, E, G, A. All right? So you spend a little time getting that arpeggio down. And I use alternate picking when I'm just going straight through it. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Right? Now you can go up to this C sharp also, but by the time we get up there, we're kind of out of position and we would be heading into a different arpeggio for that. All right? Then our D7, we're going to kind of stay here around our 5th fret. Our D7 arpeggio starts here where this circle is on the 5th fret of the 5th string on our D. These other two notes on the 6th string, that's our 7th, our C, and our A on the E string. But our root starts here on the 5th fret of the 5th string. 3rd is going to be on the 4th fret of the 4th string. Our A, our 5th fret, our 5th of the chord is going to be on the 7th fret of the 4th string. Our 7th of the D7 is a C, and that's going to be on our 5th fret of our 3rd string. Then we're back to our root, our D on the 7th fret, 3rd string. F sharp on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. A on the 5th fret, 1st string. And then our C up on the 8th fret of the 1st string. Now, if I just play A7 and then play the A7 arpeggio, and then I play a D7, and I play the D7 arpeggio, right? None of these are bad notes over those chords. They're all chord tones. So there's no way you can really play a bad note if you're playing over the A7 and you're hitting every note of the A7 chord. That's what an arpeggio is. It means broken chord. You're breaking down the chord into the individual notes. And then D7. So when you first start doing this, you may always have to start on the root and get your way through it, right? our goal here is to start on any note. You can start on the 7. You can start on the 3rd, the 5th. But knowing that arpeggio is really going to help you in soloing, and pointing out here are the chord tones. The D7. There's a couple of licks. I always think of Cruella de Vil, you know, from 101 Dalmatians. I always think of that as kind of an arpeggio. They're adding the extra passing tone. But if you put this arpeggio and this arpeggio together, look, all of our black notes are the A7. All of our pink notes are the D7. This A, and this A are in both the D7 and the A7. So it's pink with a little black circle around it because it is both. This swing scale, there's a whole lesson about the swing scale. I'll put it at the end of this lesson. But it's kind of the blues scale and the major pentatonic and minor pentatonic all kind of put together with some added notes. So if you work on this scale, I usually just play the bottom as a minor pentatonic, but it also has these notes in it, like that. Right? You could play this C here on the 8th fret, or you could play it back here on the 3rd fret. Instead of so, let's take a quick listen of me just playing over top of the A7 and the D7. All right, I'm going to get a little loop of the A7 and D7 going, and then use the arpeggios, and then I'll work into the swing scale, and you get an idea of what this is going to sound like. So let's get the loop going. All right, so first thing is going to be the arpeggios. I'm going to go up the A7 and down the D7. Right, now I'll do it the other way. Right, just going up and down. And then the swing scale. So, if you take your time, work your way through this, eventually you're going to work into actually soloing and not trying to deliberately play A7, D7, swing scale, A7, D7, swing scale, and your brain will just kind of flow. That's what we're shooting for, is just that natural flow to happen where you're not thinking A7 arpeggio, D7 arpeggio. But I do want you kind of have to start there and work it out. All right, so spend some time working on this stuff. I'll put a little picture, I'll put a little link to the swing scale lesson that I did. And please like and subscribe. Bye.